Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're diving into something lots of families think about, getting young kids started in sports. And it's not really about spotting the next superstar, is it? It's more about a thoughtful way in, focusing on, enjoyment and growth. We've got some great insights for you, especially from experts like the ones at Boys Town National Research Hospital.
Exactly. We're kind of cutting through the noise today. There are so many assumptions about youth sports. Our mission really is to figure out what actually works for young children. How do you make it a positive thing, something that lasts?
Okay, so let's get practical. For parents out there wondering, where do I even begin? What's step one? The big takeaway from the experts is maybe a bit surprising. It all starts with active listening. Not drills, not gear, but really listening to see what sparks their interest.
Yeah, that's absolutely crucial. It's not about us as parents or caregivers picking what we think is best. It's about tapping into their curiosity,
Yeah.
letting them feel like they have a say. That sense of ownership, that's what builds real engagement, not just forcing them to show up.
Right, that genuine buy-in. So, okay, let's say you've listened and your child mentioned something. Maybe they saw kids playing soccer or, I don't know, liked watching gymnastics. What's the next tangible step for you, the parent? The research says basically do your homework.
That's it. Time for some information gathering. The experts suggest some pretty clear steps. Pick up the phone. Call the local youth sports groups. Ask about the seasons, the practice times. What's the competition level like? Is it super intense or more developmental?
Okay.
And don't just stop at the admin side. Try to talk to the coaches if you can. Maybe even some older kids who are in the program.
Oh, interesting. Get the real scoop.
Yeah, get that firsthand perspective. And definitely compare. Don't just go with the first one you find. See which organization's philosophy kind of clicks with your family and what your child seems to need.
That makes sense. It's more involved than just signing a form. Now, here's something I find really fascinating. We tend to jump to the physical side, right? Like, is my kid fast? Coordinated? But the studies, especially from places like Boys Town, say personality is a huge factor. How does that fit in?
It's a really big piece of the puzzle. It's about looking at the whole child. So things like how well do they generally listen to instructions? Are they, a natural collaborator, or do they prefer doing their own thing?
Right, team player versus solo focus.
Exactly. And yes, of course, you look at their natural physical inclinations too. But it's the combination of all these things. It's not just about raw talent. A kid who maybe struggles a bit with group dynamics might thrive in something like swimming or martial arts initially. Another kid might just light up on a soccer field with teammates.
Okay, that's a great point. So you've listened, you've done your research, you've considered their personality, and maybe you've narrowed it down to one or two possibilities. But committing to a whole season feels like a big leap, especially when they're young. Is there a lower stakes way to, try things out?
Yes, definitely. And the experts point straight towards things like summer sports camps. They are fantastic for this. Low commitment, usually shorter duration. Kids can sample a few different sports, sometimes in the same week.
Like a sports buffet.
Exactly. A buffet for athletes in training. And it's not just about trying different sports. You might find camps run by different clubs or coaches within the same sport. Gives you a feel for different environments. The Boys Town experts really hammer this home. Young kids should try several different things before zoning in on one.
Okay, so resist the urge to specialize too early.
Absolutely. Even after they find a favorite, keeping up with another sport can be great. Think gymnastics and track, or soccer and basketball. Builds different skills, prevents burnout, reduces those repetitive use injuries.
Yeah.
You see lots of kids stay multi-sport athletes right through high school for good reason.
That makes a ton of sense. So much pressure sometimes to pick the sport. But what if, say, your child is 5, maybe 6 years old, and they just haven't really landed on anything yet? Should parents start to worry?
Not at all. The sources are really clear on this. Don't sweat it. There's no specific age they have to have found their sport. If they still seem generally interested in being active or trying stuff, the advice is the same. Keep listening. Keep offering gentle encouragement. Maybe suggest trying something new. Patience is key.
Okay, good to know. So wrapping this up, what's the big picture for parents navigating this? What should they take away from this deep dive?
It really sounds like it's a journey, right? A discovery process led by the child's own interests, but guided by your informed choices and making sure the experiences are positive and varied.
Precisely. And maybe here's a final thought for you to consider, something that goes beyond just sports skills. Think about how this whole approach, this active listening, this let's explore first mindset, how might that help your child develop a lifelong love of learning new things? How might it build resilience when things get tough, or deepen their understanding of what they're truly capable of? That impact could last, long after they hang up their cleats or put away the equipment.